Okay, we are ready to start.
Perfect.
We will start with Mr. Ernest from the Zero project. Please go ahead.
Thank you. So welcome Zero project community. It's a real pleasure to have so many of you with us at the Zero Conference 21. With over 3,400 participants online, this year's virtual conference has become a truly global gathering space for those committed to disability inclusion. With so many attendees from all around the world, it is easy to forget to mention the backbone. So I'm hearing an echo. I'm hearing quite a big echo.
Would you please turn off your mics?
Yes, please turn off the mics if possible. Thank you. With so many attendees from all over the world, it is easy to forget to mention the backbone of global gatherings like these, namely trusted partner organizations, such as the King Abdulaziz University. Thank you so much for part of the channel session. It's a great pleasure and honor to have you with us today. Without further ado, all the best for this session.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ernest.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome everyone from warm and nice weather, Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. This session is organized by King Abdulaziz University. It is about empowering people with disabilities in higher education and beyond. An accessibility feature in this session is we have Arabic Sign Language, and also we have international signing by Mr. Roman Wall, if I pronounce the name correctly, and Mr. Mark Denmark. Okay. Also, we are using the closed captioning feature of the Zoom software. I am your host. My name is Wajdi Wazzan. I am the Vice Dean for Students with Special Needs at King Abdulaziz University. I am an Associate Professor of Industrial Engineering, and I run the services for the many students with disabilities at KAU. Just a little bit about KAU. It is the largest public university in the kingdom. Its mission is community responsibility, knowledge development, research, innovation, and entrepreneurship. It is always ranked on the top of the Middle East universities in many ranking systems. Let us take a look at the agenda, just a quick look. We will have His Excellency, the President of KAU, and some short films after him. Also, we have distinguished panel that I will introduce whenever they are their turn. So, with pleasure, I would like to introduce Professor Abdulrahman Al-Yubi, President of KAU. His Excellency is a Professor of Physical Chemistry, held various positions at KAU. He has so many publications, including publications for the advancement of deaf education in the kingdom. He is the President of KAU since 2015. With honor, Your Excellency, please go ahead.
Thank you, Dr. Wajdi. In the beginning of this vital meeting, I would like to welcome all of you, extending my sincere thanks and appreciation to the Zero Project team and ESSL Foundation for their kind invitation to KAU to participate in this vital event via presenting its effort to empower persons with disabilities at higher education and beyond, especially in the employment and ICT aspects. Ladies and gentlemen, I am really pleased to tell you that KEU is the first to put strategic goals in order to empower persons with disabilities through accessible education, employing them inside the university and via cooperating with business sectors to find suitable jobs for this noble category after graduation. For the accessible education, KEU has managed a strategic plan to accept any student with any kind of disability and needs responsible accommodation, needs reasonable accommodations. I am really pleased that KEU hosts more than 25% of the total number of students with disabilities in the kingdom. For employing this category in KEU, there are several ways to increase the number of the persons with disabilities involved in KEU staff or as students. And we are doing our best to attract qualified academicians and staff members to join KEU academic staff, hoping to achieve 4% of total workforce by 2025. KEU mission towards students with disability will be Hewen and and truncate without doing this best to help them to find suitable and rewarding job after graduation. So we have set many agreements to cooperate with several companies and organizations such as Cadron in this regard. To conclude, I'd like to say that KEU has been working, is still working and will continue to fulfill the programs and initiatives for the 2030 vision of the kingdom. And it's worth mentioning that all these steps are carried out according to the high instructions of the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdul Aziz and the Crown Prince, Prince Muhammad bin Salman bin Abdul Aziz. Thank you for your very much and wish you all the best for this meeting and on this vital meeting. And really, we are very proud to join you for this meeting. And really, we will do our best to serve our students who have some disabilities, and we will increase our effort for them in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We always appreciate your leadership at KEU and your personal attending to students with disabilities and encouragement for us to be the best university in this regard. Thank you very much. In accordance with His Excellency President Abdul Rahman, we have this short movie about including students with disabilities and also staff at King Abdul Aziz University. Okay, this is just a little bit of the efforts inside the university, and our effort will not be complete without cooperating with other entities outside the university. Our next speaker is Dr. Hisham Al-Haydari, is the Chief Executive Officer of the Authority of People with Disability. He has held many leadership positions for renowned hospitals and medical cities in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, with over 22 years of experience in the areas of rehabilitation and disability, as well as having published many research articles that touch upon enhancing services provided for people with disabilities in the Kingdom. Dr. Hisham holds a master's degree from the University of Manchester, United Kingdom, as well a PhD from Loma Linda University in the United States of America, both in rehabilitation. With pleasure, Dr. Hisham, please proceed.
Thank you, Dr. Wajdi. Hi, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really happy to be with you this either to say evening or morning or afternoon for some of us. I'm really honored to be with you in this conference. So allow me to give my speech. In this era, human endeavor is reflected in striving for morality in our action. Our inner balance and even our very existence depend on it. Only morality in our action can give beauty and dignity to life. We, as the Authority of People with Disability, are proud of being part of the government that praises all its citizens, aspire to create a vibrant society in which all its citizens can fulfill their dreams, hopes, and ambition to succeed in a thriving economy. Establishing in 2018, the Authority of Persons with Disability become the representative body of people with disability in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and is a key driver for improving the quality of people with disabilities' life in all aspects, including social, professional, and legal. Stemming from our values, mission, and vision, we aim to bring together key entities in enhancing and providing people with disabilities services, achieving quality, impressing inclusion, and accessibility as well to superior services governed by comprehensive legal and regulatory framework. In the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, vision for the year of 2030 has directly emphasized on the importance of the enabling people with disability to contribute to the community and take part in the employment, which embraced our role and further had our responsibility toward providing adequate and upscale services for rehabilitation, training, and most importantly, education. Considering Vision 2030 and guided by our role in inspiring and nurturing the human spirit through encouraging deep collaboration between people with disability and wider community, while attending to our beliefs that the person disability does not determine the level of the potential that they acquire. We collaborated with the Ministry of Communication and Information Technology in Saudi Arabia to empower people with disabilities to be part of the labor market and prepare them for the change in the nature of work during the digital era. Our collaboration to do this through enhancing people with disabilities technology, capability, and skills in the work field aligned with the needs for the labor market, while supporting them through the entire job search process and making sure that their ability and skilled blossom and shine so that all what they have dream of in the matter come true. In this regard, the collaboration included an initiative of working closely with the most effective employment platform, which is LinkedIn, where we aspire to benefit by promoting people with disability in Saudi Arabia and enabling them to build a business network and connect with recruiter, which in return makes them strive in the market. Apart from that, we also seek to highlight the needs, obstacle, aspiration, and priorities of people with disability in the kingdom through our wide-scale research and study initiative. While working together with various government and private entities to overcome those obstacles and remove all barriers that comes in the way of achieving people with disabilities succeed and dreams. People with disabilities are challenged by their surrounding and environment. Therefore, as part of our role in enhancing their life, we hope to be the driver of change in the community, where we aim all to raise awareness of disability, causes, prevention, and early diagnosis method, along with the treatment and care services provided to them in the kingdom. We recognize the importance of working hand by hand, the right of people with disabilities. And this is where we find pleasure in building a community that understands equality, inclusion, and giving back to their community. In this regard, we encourage people to go beyond the limits of their thought, as the opinion of others are nothing more than self-limiting beliefs that will stop them from achieving their success. Allow me to say one of the world famous and most influential theoretical physicists, Stephen Hawking, as he said, one of the basic rules of the universe is that nothing is perfect. Perfection simply doesn't exist. Without imperfection, neither you nor I would exist. We, the Authority of People with Disability, are committed to continuously support people with disability in the kingdom and build them a universe where their imperfections are only perception that does not determine who they are and what they can achieve in this world. I'm really glad. I'm sorry for the extended speech, but today that meeting and conference, and with all the global and with the different diversity that we have in this platform, this shows how much the disability doesn't need any barriers in the world. And we prove this by being all of us together this night. Thank you, and it's for you, Dr. Wajdi now. Dr. Wajdi, ما نسمعك.
I would like to thank you, Dr. Hisham, for your great words, and we hope that Kingdom is going for the right path in changing laws that will include people with disabilities in every aspect of life. Thank you very much, Dr. Hisham. Our next speaker is my friend and the Vice President of KAU for Academic Affairs, Dr. Abdul Mun'im Al-Hayyani. Dr. Abdul Mun'im is the chairman, in addition to his position at KAU, he's the chairman of board of trustees of Ibn Sina Medical College. He's the editor-in-chief, Journal of Microscopy and Ultrastructure from 2012 until now. He's a professor in the Department of Anatomy, Faculty of Medicine. Dr. Abdul Mun'im has many patents in his field, and he is inspiring us in the education sector, education aspect at KAU. With pleasure, Dr. Abdul Mun'im, please proceed.
Thank you so much, Dr. Wajdi. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, it's my pleasure and honor to be part of this wonderful congregation today, part of the wonderful activities organized by the Zero Project. As King Abdulaziz University is actually so proud to be part of this congregation and to participate significantly to the education of this very important group of our community, which is the people of disability. Let me tell you actually that we at King Abdulaziz University taking a very important decisions to integrate people with different disabilities to our educational community and to establish whatever requirement actually is required to be one of the leading universities in this field. I want to actually take this opportunity maybe to talk about some of the significant issues that's been taken in our university to fulfill those tasks and the strategic plan. First of all, actually, is the university strategic plan. And this plan actually is always taking in mind and in consideration the engagement of the people of disability and putting together all the requirements to make our environment is friendly for all kinds of disability in the structure-wise, infrastructure, and of course in the different programs to be suitable actually and accessible by those different people with disabilities. The second point that we are so proud that we are now pushing in our university is the governance of the disabilities and the different educational programs to enhance and to give different options by establishing a governance which would allow people of different disabilities to access the different educational programs in the diploma level, in the bachelor level, and of course in the postgraduate level, whether it's a master degree and the PhDs. We have wonderful examples of a wide variety of disabilities that is there, and we are now like working with to enhance this governance to include more and more of those specialities in our university. The third point that I want to highlight today is the like the structure, educational structure that we are so proud now we are moving to establish. Like maybe 10 years ago, the university established the first center to help people with disabilities under the Deanship of Student Affairs. And just a few years ago, about 4 years ago, we have like converted and transformed this wonderful center to the first vice deanship for the student with disabilities at the university, which is unique of its kind. It's the first of its kind, maybe in the whole, definitely in the whole of Saudi Arabia, maybe in the whole of the Middle East. And very soon, we're gonna transform this structure, which is the vice deanship for student disability, to be an independent institution. And that institution has been approved in the university board, and hopefully very soon we're gonna see this institution like life, and we're gonna see actually many actions being taken actually to put all the academic structure required, so this institution will do its job by more empowerment, more integration, more engagement, and more chances to our beloved student and staff with disabilities. Thank you so much, Dr. Wajdi, for organizing this wonderful session. We again actually here announce that we are very committed to work with all international institutions to carry on like the efforts of our country under the Vision 2030 to give more empowerment and engagement to the different student disabilities, and hopefully we can our experiences will be actually of benefit to everybody in the whole world. Thank you so much again, and I wish you a wonderful sessions in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Professor Abdul Menaim, for your words, and hopefully that the Institute on Disability will be a landmark in the region that will advance the cause for inclusion in the Middle East. Let us watch this short film about innovation at King Abdulaziz University. This project was funded by the National Transformation 2020, and it won the Zero project prize last year. So let us watch it and then we'll continue. Thank you very much, Dr. Abdelman.
المقررات باللغة الإنجليزية إلى صيغة بيسي فورمات والتي تمكن
Okay, thank you very much. And we have so far spoke about how to empower students in the university. And we heard from Dr. Hisham about how to include them in the nation-wide effort by his entity. And now we will have in the remaining time, we are good in time. We'll have two of our business partners that we, especially Qadirun, that we have great cooperation with them to train our students and find jobs after graduation. I would like, with pleasure, to introduce Mr. Amr Khashoggi, co-founder and chairman of the board of Qadirun, which is Business Disability Network. It's one of its kind in the kingdom. Mr. Amr is the chairman of Amr Khashoggi Trading Company Group. He's also chairman and major shareholder of Saudi Global Gypsum Company, chairman of the board of Jeddah Environment and Sustainable Development Company, board member of several companies that include United Warehouses, Jeddah, strategic advisor to I'mar Keek, which is the King Abdullah Economic City, the new city north of Jeddah. With pleasure, Mr. Amr, please proceed.
Thank you, and hello everybody. I'm honored to be on this panel of highly distinguished gentlemen and lady. It's wonderful to be able to work together in tandem to help people with disability in all facets of life, whether in education sector or in the business sector or in the government and public sectors. Around in 2014, we decided that there was a missing link in this whole ecosystem of helping people with disability. First of all, you have charities that work with people with disability from the time that they are children until they reach the age of education. Then they go to universities or schools and get educated there, and then they need to work. And really the private sector and even some of the organizations in the public sector and the non-profit sector, which are the three major sectors for providing employment, did not know how to deal with people with disability, did not know how to create an environment that is conducive for them to be productive and helpful. So that's where Qadirun, and Qadirun is an Arabic word which means able. So they are able to work and we are able to hire them. And that's the principle and the precipice by which we decided to move forward with. So we created Qadirun, a group of us got together and basically we became an employers network throughout Saudi Arabia. And we were invited to be members of the Business Disability Forum, Global Forum of the International Labour Organization in Geneva, which is a big honor for us, for Qadirun to be invited to be a member of that. And we learn a lot of best practices from our association with the ILO. And we are connected with many international organizations that help us with a number of cases that we learn from, and we try to apply it locally here, taking into consideration our customs and traditions. And so we completed the cycle, the whole ecosystem. And what we do in Qadirun is we help with recruitment services, we help with educational resources, be they in terms of providing employers with material on how to deal with specific types of disability, with training programs, whether it's for the people with disability, we rehabilitate them and help them and train them, and or we provide consultancy services and various workshops, including sign language training that we do there. We are very proud to be partners with the university, with KAU, and really I can't thank them enough for all the help that they are providing with us. And we do several workshops throughout the year in order to see how can we become more efficient and more effective. We work very closely with Dr. Hisham, and it's wonderful to see you, Dr. Hisham, in this panel. We learn a lot from Dr. Hisham, specifically when it comes to regulations and policies and procedures that the government is trying to do. I'm sure you've seen references to Vision 2030, which is the Kingdom's vision that was promoted by King Salman and the Crown Prince, Prince Mohammed, where it is very important to include and to recruit people with disability throughout. And this is an extremely important point. So we are all meet together in order to implement and make sure that vision becomes a reality. We're always working very hard around the clock in order to see how we can improve the lot of the people with disability, whether they are in the education sector or whether even in the city. We signed an MOU with the municipality of Jeddah in order to try to make the city of Jeddah a place where people with disability can feel comfortable and served as they should be, whether in terms of walkways or streets and so forth. And we advise the municipality to a great extent on how to create that environment. We are also working very closely with various commissions like the Sports Commission and the Entertainment Commission that any events also take into consideration to create a universal accessibility at all the events that take place. Obviously, with the COVID-19 has created many challenges, and that forced us to look at what can we do in terms of using technology to make sure that the people with disability remain employed and not to become also a victim of that. With that, I think I've run out of time, so I want to thank you all for inviting me on this panel. And Dr. Wajdi, thank you again for all your help and support. Thank you. Good luck with everything.
Thank you very much, Sheikh Amr. And we are good in time, so if you wanna then add something at the end, we have I think more than we're doing very good in time. So thank you for your effort with people with disabilities. It's Qadirun is a landmark here in Saudi Arabia in connecting businesses and people with disabilities. And I always run to Qadirun when I have students that are looking for training or jobs, especially good students. And we have many successful stories, but the time will not allow us to do that.
If I have, Dr. Wajdi, if I have just one quick minute
Go ahead.
to just mention that we, on December 3rd, which is the Day of Disability, as you know, we participated in an international program called Purple Light Up, which is started in New Zealand and ended in Los Angeles over a period of 24 hours. And Qadirun was lucky to have 1 hour in order to create awareness of what are the things that we are doing there. It is available online on the Purple Light Up. And honestly, I think that this is great. I think this also the Zero project does the same thing in terms of creating awareness. And I think this is the most important thing for all of us, is to create as much awareness as possible about the people with disability, what are their aspirations and how we can meet their aspirations moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And let us proceed to Ms. Noura Al-Jibali. Ms. Noura is the consultant and owner of Mu'ama program at the Ministry of Human Resources and Social Development. The Mu'ama program is looking to make sustainable working conditions for people with disabilities in private sector nationwide. She worked 14 years in the employment and policy development, capability building and advocacy in the area of disability. She is now the expert advisor to the CEO of the Authority of the Care of People with Disability, Dr. Hisham, in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. With pleasure, Ms. Noura, please proceed. And I will lower the slides so that people can see the signers more clearly. Go ahead, please. 7 minutes, please, and then we will conclude.
أهلا وسهلا دكتور وجدي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Hi everyone. Thank you so much to give me this chance to be a part of this event to talk about one of the important projects for persons with disability in Saudi Arabia. In the beginning, we believe in Saudi Arabia that the accessibility is to promote equal opportunity for persons with disabilities by providing support services and accommodations to achieve accessible environments. Now I will talk about the scope of Mu'ama and relation to Vision 2030 and start by Crown Prince saying, we will enable the people with disabilities in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to obtain suitable employment opportunities and education to ensure their benefit and integration as active members of the society. We will provide them with all the facilities and tools that help them to achieve success and independence. Based on that, the work has started according to this direction in the Ministry of Human Resources and Social Development. And we implemented Mu'ama project And the aim of this project to enable the employment of people with disabilities that are capable of working in the private sector by developing specific policies, regulations, procedures, mechanisms, and applied tools to help entities provide sustainable work opportunities. The program is launched in the implementation of the Kingdom's strategy of the rights of people with disabilities that active across all the ministry's programs and services. Now, how can we prepare the work environment to be suitable for person with disability? We can make it suitable by applying 8 main standards. We call it Muwa'ama standards, which is the commitment, then the knowledge, then the requirement, the recruitment, then the HR management, and the product and services, techno, the communication, and the facilities. And to have more information about this standards, please visit the website for Muwa'ama to know more details about each standards, okay? And you will see the system of Muwa'ama is optional, not mandatory for the companies. And you will see also the journey for the entities. It's 4 stages, starting with the registration, then the self-assessment, then the auditing, then the evaluation. After the completing the journey, the entity will have the certificate. And there is 4 classifications for the certificate, starting with gold, then the silver, then the bronze, and in the end, participate. I'm sure now that it comes to your mind how many entities certified by Muwa'ama. And we are so proud because we exceed the target by achieved more than 1,000 identity certified by Muwa'ama around the kingdom. After we achieving the target, now it's time to focus on the direct needs for a person with disability in this project, in the Muwa'ama project, and we have developed and launched Muwa'ama application. And the Muwa'ama application is the idea of the application to let people or let persons with disabilities aware about the accessible locations around them in the kingdom. Also, the application provide the offers and discounts and jobs and free sign language, and each of a person with disability can suggest or complies for any services in the kingdom. And thank you so much, Dr. Wajdi.
Thank you very much, Ms. Noura, and for this brief introduction about Muwa'ama. It is a huge program that is, we are full of hope that it will empower students, people with disabilities in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We have only as the Zero project, mentor tell me is we have only a few minutes, 2 minutes or 3 minutes. So I would like to thank our active partners for advancing the cause of inclusion in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And we have a long path, but I always say it is a promising future. We are in the right path right now in the education field, in the legislation side from Dr. Hisham and his authority, and from the business side. For our part, KAU is advancing research, innovations, and services for people with disabilities. We are proud of our accessible environment, so that we are now having 25% of students with disabilities in higher education in Saudi Arabia. This is a huge percentage. We are proud of our solutions. Last year, we won the Zero Project Award, and also we won the Jeddah Innovation Award also last year. As His Excellency, our President and the Vice President said, our next endeavor is the Institute on Disability. It will open new horizons for students with disabilities in the Middle East. We are planning to improve method of teaching in higher education and in the mainstream education. And we have partners from around the world to establish this institute. It's a big endeavor, and I am hoping that we will do it and we will succeed in that. So at the end, I would like to thank Zero Project and SL Foundation. I'm sorry, it is ESL, sorry. Also, our distinguished speakers, all of them. My thank also to my dean, Dr. Masoud Al-Qahtani, who always facilitate everything that we need for students with disabilities. Thank you, attendees, and also thank you, my colleagues at the Vice Deanship for Persons with Disabilities, for putting all this together. I wish we can see you next year with all of us in Vienna. It was a wonderful experience last year. And with that, I would like to conclude because we are running out of time. We have to stop before the end of the hour so that they can go back to the studio. Ernest, thank you very much. If somebody has to add something or a quick remark, we will be happy to do it. Otherwise, we will conclude. Mr. Amr, go ahead. Open your mic, please.
I was saying thank you very much and goodbye. I didn't want to take time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hisham, Dr. Abdel Minan, Ms. Noura, everybody, attendees. Thank you very much. I would like to thank the people who did the signing for us. I mentioned their name at the beginning. Mr. Abdullah Al-Ghamdi, thank you very much, Abdullah. And Mr. Clark Denmark. Mr. Clark or Mr. Roman? Thank you very much for your signing. Okay. Bye-bye. Have a great day. Thank you.